millions of people now living paycheck to paycheck, working hard, but one unexpected expense away from catastrophe. Millions of young Americans that went to school and got a degree, and now they owe thousands of dollars in student loans, and their degree didn't lead to a job. And for the first time in 35 years, you have more small businesses dying than being born, because the economy and the world all around us is undergoing historic and dramatic changes. But we are still led by too many people who are trapped in the past.
All right, gee, who would be in the past? A 69-year-old grandmother, perhaps? Joining us now is Noah Rothman, assistant online editor at Commentary Magazine. Hey, Noah.
How you doing? Thanks for having me.
Well, welcome aboard. All right, first let me ask you, before we get to your great piece at commentarymagazine.com about Marco Rubio's latest coup, what about the New York Times story on Mr. Rubio and his wife and the traffic stops and the traffic tickets? Is this, as Bill Kristol said earlier, because the left is very much afraid of Marco Rubio?
It's pretty possible. It's hard to identify exactly what the news value is here, although it's not news. But apparently the story is that Marco Rubio and his wife had a variety of moving violations going back to 1997, totaling 17. But it's not really about Marco Rubio, it's more about his wife.
Yeah.
Senator Rubio had 4 violations, his wife had 13. So in order to make the story about Senator Rubio's wife, they really had to make a non-story about the senator's 4 violations over the course of nearly 20 years, and his wife's 13. So it's a little bit untoward, but the scandals that have thus far engulfed, scandals in air quotes, that have engulfed Rubio's campaign consist of him selling his house for a profit, buying a refrigerator, and having the total of 4 moving violations in his car for 4 years. The guy is virtually incorruptible if that's all they can get on him.
Right, right. And when's the last time Hillary drove a car or bought a refrigerator? I'd like to know that. All right, so what we heard from Marco Rubio leading into you think he's hit on something when he started talking about the small business and the struggling economy.
Yeah, actually, that quote that you played was one that he's been deploying on the stump pretty regularly. He told that to the Des Moines Register editorial board in late April, and he started using it on the stump. It turns out that comes from a Brookings Institution's study, and the scholars who came up with that figure, that metric that says over the 35 years we now have more small businesses dying than being born, is utterly true, and PolitiFact actually was forced to confirm in no uncertain terms that was 100% true. If you know anything about PolitiFact, they really will bend over backwards to be pedantic about something that a Republican says. If they can find a nugget of truth in there that is contestable, they will do so. There was nothing there to contest. So Rubio, the foreign policy candidate, is really sharpening his domestic and economic message, and that's definitely going to help him.
All right, let's move on to another piece that you wrote at commentarymagazine.com, and that is the one about the Democratic field and how light it really is. And I was joking about this yesterday. You point this out prominently in your piece about how Lincoln Chafee, I guess he's the most recent to announce on the Democratic side. Basically, his platform is he's running to change us to the metric system.
Yeah, that's bizarre. If there was anything on the forefront of American minds, it was the need to move on from the customary system.
But you do point to you make a great point. Between them, when you look at Sanders and I haven't heard much from O'Malley, but Sanders and Chafee and even Hillary, who's now taking us back to Republicans won't let blacks vote. What's going on?
Yeah, really bizarre. Well, not really bizarre. It's an appeal to the Democratic electorate that doesn't want to litigate the failures of, obviously, the Obama presidency, the head of their party, the head as it is and will be for the foreseeable future. So they've gone on to start litigating frivolities and trivialities. When you're not talking about the weather, they're talking about a trade deal that's supported by a majority of the American people. Hillary Clinton is inventing problems that don't exist, like the need for 20 days of early voting, which was not a problem until Hillary Clinton made it a problem. Also talk about ending the era of mass incarceration, whatever that means, and however she intends to achieve it. There is no And we don't know any details on that because she doesn't have any press availability. It's a variety of issues that are just nibbling around the edges of being real and salient.
And perhaps as we finish up here, Noah, the most important promise Hillary has made is that she will continue to dye her hair.
Oh, thank God.
Yes,
Yeah.
so we can't forget that. And of course, if you or I had suggested that without her saying it first, we would be sexist pigs. So thank God she said it first. Noah, have a great weekend, and thank you very much.
Thank you, too.
All right, read Noah at commentarymagazine.com, ladies and gentlemen. Up next, you know it, you love it, you got to have it, so we deliver. It's the first of our 2 Gimme Fives for the day, so don't go away.